Oh my God.
Kimba always says, keep them briskets moist, real moist.
Ooh. Hey, this is Justin with Plate Stories, and we're at the Smokin Oak. The brisket here is the best brisket I've ever had in my life. You literally pull the meat and it just falls apart at it was stupid delicious. This has been by far one of my most favorite restaurant experiences. Bryan is one of the owners here, super nice guy, so much hospitality. You could tell that he really cared about us and his customers, and he really cares and loves people genuinely. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you can see new videos. We're doing restaurants every single week. We're gonna be traveling around the world and doing restaurants everywhere. Thank you so much for supporting me and always being there for all these videos. I love you guys so much, and I'm excited to take you on an adventure in the Smokin Oak.
The Smokin Oak, we're Texas style barbecue. All the recipes come from both sides of my family. My mother's side's out of Tyler, Texas. My father's side is out of West Texas, but they all kind of migrated towards Austin area, hill country area. I spent the majority of my time in Austin and also in Tyler. One of my best friends and my business partner, Eric Gill, he convinced me to come out to the Northwest and give our shot of Texas barbecue, and we built the smokers ourselves. We knew we had the recipes. We knew we just had to get the doors open. We are, the real deal, and we built those smokers with our hands, and we only use white oak. We don't take any shortcuts. We believe in high quality ingredients and meats. We've got a very extensive meat program. We source from 11 ranches throughout the western United States, and we're very proud of brisket and everything we do. All of our sides are made from scratch. All of our recipes come from both sides of my family. The potato salad is my grandma's Baskin's recipe.
So when people come to Vancouver out of any spot they could go, what makes the barbecue here different from other spots?
My favorite compliment is somebody coming in from Texas and saying that this reminds them of home. We've got our smokers right out front. Everything's transparent. There's not a freezer in the restaurant. There's not a microwave in the restaurant. We never serve day-old smoke. Briskets can take anywhere from 12 to 18 hours based on time of the year, moisture content in the air, moisture content in the wood. So we cook our briskets we pull our briskets at 203 degrees. The window is 196 degrees to 206 degrees. So every brisket's its own cook. So they all go on at a certain time, but they all come off when they reach that 203 degree window. It creates normally a piece of meat that's very tough and hard to cook and hard to eat. It turns it into something that will melt in your mouth. It should pass the gravity test, where you should take a slice of brisket and hold it up, and it should almost fall apart based on its own weight. We do everything the old-fashioned, the old way. We have pit masters here every minute of every cook. The fire has to be touched at least every 15 minutes. We take a lot of pride in our trim. We only use white oak. We use a very simple rub, which is just 2 parts pepper to 1 part salt. We believe that our smokers that we designed and built ourselves, and with the combination of the smokers, with the white oak, and with salt and pepper, and with time and patience, we believe that creates a product that you can't replicate unless you do it that way.
So I'm with JT, he's the pitmaster. So he's gonna walk us through everything goes on Smoke World. But before we dive into that, when you trim a brisket, what is the procedure of trimming a brisket?
All right, trimming a brisket. So it's important, anything that's not gonna stand a 16-hour cook needs to come off. So basically there's a fat cap, and then you need to take that down, use about 1/8 of an inch, in between 1/8 of an inch and 1/4 inch. And that just determines how much fat's on top of each slice.
Huh.
Run around the edges, anything coming off that's gonna burn up through the cook, you need to take off. There's also parts of fat that aren't gonna render and aren't gonna do the brisket any good, so those come off as well. But basically just trying to make the brisket aerodynamic and
Wait, aerodynamic?
Aerodynamic.
What? The actual brisket itself is
absolutely, because it sits in the smoker, so it's just got hot air coming over it. Anything that's coming out of the side or hanging off to the side is going to burn up in that 16 hours it takes to cook it. This is a barrel offset smoker. Here's the firebox. Smoke goes through the chamber, which carries all the meat, and up through the stack. The biggest thing about running your fire at a controlled temperature is maintaining a proper structure.
So what do you actually do as the pitmaster then? What is the role?
The main thing is, the biggest part of your job as a pitmaster is make sure that runs at a consistent temperature.
Huh.
That's one of the biggest differences between different barbecue.
Let's go see the wrapping of the brisket. But before, what is the story on this? This is when JT gets pissed at people and just like kills
Almost
them.
deterrent,
Yeah.
mainly for bark.
Sure it is. Whatever you say.
Kimba always says, keep them briskets moist, real moist.
Why do they have to be so moist?
Moistness. That's
How
what
do you
makes
guys
it
feel
good.
about that word moist though? I don't know. It's one of those words like dripping or like juicy that's just... Okay.
Yeah, going on, you got the point side, you want it back on towards the fire, and you got to make sure the fat cap is going up. Right now I have it upside down, so when I wrap it, it ends up.
Oh, right it up.
Oh.
It's like a little Christmas present. So this is the brisket here, the Smokin Oak. Here we go. Oh my God. Dude, it melts in your mouth. What makes it too is the fat in there.
Oh yeah, you can't do without that.
You know, I love barbecue sauce, but it doesn't even need sauce.
No,
it's gonna make it better.
It's always served on the side. The meat should stand on its own. Both our sauces are made from scratch and both family recipes. So.
I love that there's a really beautiful layer of fat running through it, and it just totally melts in your mouth. Oh my God.
That's what makes it.
It's to die for. And the sauce, sweet, it's tangy. It's got a good little flavor to it. What's in the barbecue sauce?
It's both our barbecue sauces are tomato based. This is our brisket sauce. It's going to be a little bit spicier and tangier than our pork sauce.
I think I know it's good because when I'm eating it, it just makes me happy. Like when I take a bite of this, it just makes me feel like everything's going to be okay in life because I have this in my face right now.
I mean, this stuff used to be thrown away, and now it's the flagship of our establishment.
It's all we need in life is good food. How you make the beans?
All right. So we're gonna get 2 pounds of pinto beans, a little over a gallon of water, some jalapenos, pork belly, salt, pepper, like real simple. We throw them in the oven for 12 hours, 350.
Do you just like mix it all together and just chuck it in there?
I mean, really, it's super simple. I mean, I think that's like what we're going for is like the simplicity. They're like not too spicy too. Like I don't know, like when you like have like boiled jalapeno, it's got like that lingering sense of jalapeno, but not like
It's not super
overpowering.
spicy.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
it does really well.
I've never seen a bean like this before. Like this, just like as a different final product.
Good draw.
I'm nervous. Mmm. There's a hint, the spice.
Yeah, it's subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, so, because they cook the jalapeno for so long, the spice isn't as, like, it's not punching me in the face. Like, I can feel it in the back of my mouth, but I like that it's not, like, too spicy. How do you guys make the potato salad?
Well, we have to make it in big batches because it's definitely one of our like highest sold. So a 50-pound bag, we parboil for like an hour and a half. We have them.
Okay.
We peel them all, and we dice them. Onions, celery, and pickles.
Okay.
A little bit of the juice in the pickles. And then I'm not gonna tell you what's in our super
Wait,
fancy sauce.
give us a small hint. Wait, do you actually know what's in it?
Yeah.
This guy knows.
So it's like buttermilk, mayonnaise based, and you know I'm not gonna tell you like the dry seasoning and stuff like that in it.
So that's what gives it the specialty, is what's in it.
Yeah, I believe so. It's the dry spices for sure. And then we have, hard-boiled egg naturally in there as well.
And then that's it. That's the potato salad.
Yeah, and everything we have is simple, but it's done simple and consistent for a reason, you know? And bosses preach it, but you know, simplicity is key. And it's
Yeah.
also like gets you that feeling of, you know, grandma made this for me, you know,
Yeah.
family style plates and sides you share. So it should like, it creates an experience on its own by being simple, I think.
Now, to be honest, my grandmother's from Argentina, so she never made potato salad, but
Bet you make something damn good down there.
it's light, it's creamy, and I think that it's nice that, like he said, when it rests for 12 hours, all the flavors get a chance to actually marinate in there and come together. It's just killer, man. This is really good.
All right, so this is a Smoky Negroni. The Negroni is a pre-prohibitionary cocktail, and we kind of put a smoke twist on it through the Smokin Oak. A Copperworks Cash Finish Gin. All right, next, Carpe and Chica Sweet Vermouth. Then we have a Campari. And these are oak chips soaked in Grand Marnier.
Ooh. You do get a little hint of the smoke in there, and then also the orange, but it's not overpowering. It kind of like rounds out the entire drink, and it's very smooth. It's really easy to drink, just like that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, my name's Corbin.
The drink we're making today is
This is the Old Smokey.
Old Smokey. Let's get it. Old Smokey.
Let's do it.
So this is a piece of a barrel. It's called the stave. It kind of still has that oak flavor to it once it gets all hot and embered. So this is the High West Campfire. This is our house smoked bitter. Do about 3 dashes. This is just to kind of make it not overpowered with the smokiness, but just kind of cut it down a little bit.
You know what's really cool is the glass is still like a little bit warm.
Right.
So you get a little bit of warmth on the glass. It's really smooth as well. And the most interesting thing is I'm like smelling it as I'm drinking it, and you really get like the smokiness coming. It's kind of hitting 2 senses. So I've got the taste and I also have the smell coming. That is a killer cocktail, dude.